Hello, good evening, good day, good afternoon, good morning, good, depending on when you're going to be seeing this video. Victory here, and this is our class again on data analysis, where we mention different tools involved in data analysis, and we'll be focusing on Excel and Python programming language. And then this is our third video on Excel. Today's class is on pivot tables in Excel. And here are different things we will need to understand about pivot tables. First, we're going to understand what pivot tables are. We're going to define them. We're going to learn about their features. What are the benefits of pivot tables? What are they commonly used for? And then we'll learn how to create one, solve problems with pivot tables, and answer questions with pivot tables. First, let me show you a data set. So this is the data set we'll be working with. This is a data set of a phone company that includes their model name, the mobile weight, their RAM, their front camera, the front camera of each phone, back camera, processor, battery, screen size, the launch price in different countries, and yes, we have their launch price for different year. And yes, it's not just Apple phone, just like it we have on our screen. We have the Samsung, we have the OnePlus, we have the Vivo. I think we also have the Gioni, the Google phone, Oppo, and the list goes on and on. So first here. So first here, what are pivot tables? Pivot tables in Excel. These are Excel tools that helps you to summarize, analyze, visualize data sets by rotating them from multiple tables. So that is to say, pivot table helps you to summarize table based on any specific condition. If you're working with any particular categories, for example, I can decide that my focus for this data set is just Samsung phones, right? So, and then I just want to focus on Samsung phone that was produced in the year 2023. What are the model of phone that was produced for 2023 under Samsung company? Pivot table helps you to do that. So instead of scrolling and then Samsung phone, this is the model, this is the year, pivot table will just highlight it and then do the job for you. And yes, we mentioned about the features of pivot tables. Pivot table has lots of features, but we're going to focus on their key features, which is data summarization. It enables you to summarize large data sets by grouping or aggregating data. Data rotation. Pivot tables allows you to rotate data from rows to columns or columns to rows, and it makes analyzing very easy. We're going to see it why we start. Data filtering. Pivot tables enables you to filter data based on specific conditions such as data dates, categories, or values. The fourth one, data analysis pivot tables, and that's our main focus. Pivot tables provide various analysis tools, just such as sum, average, count, percentage calculations. In our last video, in our last class, we have done how to different Excel formulas where we learned the sum, which is the addition, the average, and we also did something on products. So pivot table helps you to do these different things. Yes. And then we said we're going to be learning their benefits. What are the benefits of pivot tables? Pivot tables helps you to simplify complex data. That is to say, pivot table help you simplify complex data by breaking it down into manageable chunks. So that is to say, this is a data set of different phone company, and I want to focus on Vivo company, right? And I just want to get an information on Vivo company. Pivot table will help you do that, and we're going to see how to do that. So the second benefit, it helps you to identify trends. Pivot table enables you to identify trend and pattern in your data. So with this now, we could say, okay, that 2023 Apple phone produced more of iPhone 14, 128 gigabytes, and then by 2024 they produced iPhone 15 256 gigabytes, and we could say okay that they are focusing now. You could understand that, oh, Apple's strategy is creating more storage memory. So for their phone, their strategy is to make sure that whoever uses their phone do not complain about hanging. That's to say you have enough storage memory for your phone. So that's one out of the many strategies of Apple phone. And then the third one, it improves data visualization. Pivot tables provide a clear way to visualize data, making it easier to understand and interpret. Hopefully we're going to do something on chart and visualization by the end of this video, where we can see that we could compare Apple, Samsung, Vivo, GM, Gioni, and the rest, and we could say okay, for 2023 this company made the highest production. Without numbers, we could just see a chart. We remember the pie chart, the bar chart, we could use any of them, even the graph. So sit tight, we're going to get to that. And then the fourth one, enhances decision making. Pivot tables provide insights that can inform business decision, such as identifying top selling product or customer demographics. That's to say that okay, let me use Samsung. Samsung produces let's check the data sets here. Okay, they have Samsung Galaxy 24 Ultra 128 gigabytes, and then they have Samsung 24 Ultra, same 24 Ultra, 256 gigabytes, right? So we could say, okay, that Samsung now noticed that we could compare and know which of them was more produced between the 128 and 256, and we could compare, okay, that customers preferred 128, maybe because of the front camera quality, maybe because of the inches of the phone, that is the size of the phone. We could identify our customer demographic, and then we could understand the one that stopped selling, and then we'll know where to channel our publicity, or we'll know the next strategy to strike. And then we also mentioned then we're going to learn what pivot tables are commonly used for. One, they are used for sales analysis, right? Pivot tables can be used to analyze sales data by region, product, or customer. So here, using the phone company data set, we could say, okay, they launched in different countries. They launched in Pakistan, USA, India, Dubai. So we could say, okay, that because of the launch, that Samsung launched in USA more than Apple phone was launched in USA. We could be able to analyze our sales. So let's say I'm a retailer that wants to go into phone selling, and I want to sell, and I base in USA, and then I want to sell Apple phones, Samsung, and the rest. I could say that I could use this sales analysis to say since more launch of Samsung was made in USA, that's to say I should focus more on reselling Samsung phone in USA, and then focus more on reselling Apple phone in India. Probably more launch was made in India, more launch of Apple phone, rather, let me rephrase, that was made in India. So that is what sales analysis helps you to understand. And then we have the second one, financial analysis. Pivot tables can be used to analyze financial data such as income statement or balance sheet. So with this, we could say, okay, even though the number of launch that was made in these countries are higher, but what was the financial strength? And it does not really apply in the phone company, it applies in any of our business analysis. Remember when we talked about data analysis, we said it helps the business sector, the financial sector, and then under the financial sector, it helps in decision making, and it gives you pre-information about risk taking. We mentioned the health sector and lots more. So here pivot table helps in financial analysis. Thirdly, the customer analysis. So pivot tables can be used to analyze customer data such as their demographics and purchasing behavior. we'll get to that. The fourth one, operational analysis. Pivot tables can be used to analyze operational data such as production levels or inventory management, right? This inventory management is actually very good. So you understand what is coming in and what is going out. In summary, we will say that pivot tables are powerful data analysis tools in Excel that helps you to summarize, remember the key points, summarize, analyze, and visualize large data sets, making it easier to identify trends, patterns, and insights that can inform business decisions. So now let's get started on creating a pivot table. Now we've understood what a pivot table is, the key features, the benefits commonly used, and now we want to learn how to create one. And after that, we'll answer some questions with pivot table. So here is how to create a pivot table. First step, we're going to highlight all, and instead of going through this way might take forever, we do the control A, that's the shortcut, and then control T, and then let's take that back. Let's repeat that process. So here, I'll zoom this in a little so we could be able to see the table properly, the whole table here. So I think this is fair enough. So control A to highlight all, and then control T to format the tables. So we're going to create table, not previous tables here yet. So these are the tables involved. So now we've been able to create a table first. Not This is not a previous table. This is just a random table first. So, and then this is it. So now to create a pivot table, I think this is okay, it's not longer highlighted. So we could just control A, go to this table side, and then you could, this table one already. So you could say summarize with pivot tables, and now you've clicked on it, and then you say this table one. Do you want these pivot tables to be in a new worksheet or in an existing worksheet? So we'll click on new worksheet, and then if you want it to be in an existing worksheet, so you could come here and choose the location of the worksheet you want it to appear in, but we'll not dive into that for now. So new worksheets, and then let's see. So here, let's say I want to show the company name, and I just want to only show the company name and then the model name only. So I could get company here and add it to filters. You see what happens there. Mobile name here. And then it's still on the same row. So I could decide company name should come to row here, and then model name values. So they're already here, and then I could decide. Now this already did the counting. That should say that for Apple phone, 97 different models. Remember, let's go back to this Apple phone here. These are the models of phone that was made, like different models of phone. We have the 14, we have the 16, we have the 13 mini 256 gigabytes, we have the 13 mini 512 gigabytes, and lots more. And so counting these all together, we have it completely 97. That is to say, Apple within the year. So let's check the year here. The year rather. So the phone launch happened between 2019, 2020, 2021 down to 2024. So here Pivot table is helping us understand now that Apple phone produced 97 different models of phone between 2019 to 2024, and Google produced 21 different mobile phone model of phone rather between 2019 to 2024. Okay, we could decide, let's add the launched year. So we could take this launch here now to, okay. So let's take it to rows here. Now we could see it's properly arranged. So that's to say 2017 Apple phone produced two different models. That is not the number of phone, right? It's just telling you that these are two different models of phone that was produced. So possibly 2017. I think 2017 should be iPhone XR and iPhone X, different gigabytes. So 2018 we produced nine different models of phone. That's, I think that was when we started having the X Plus, the iPhone 11, the iPhone 11 Pro, iPhone 11 Pro Max, and then with different gigabytes. So 2019 it went ahead to produce 11. 2020 produced 27. So you can see now that Apple phone started little and then they started increasing. So with this, we could say, oh, Apple started making increase 2017. With this, they could identify possibly, okay, wait, let me not rush. So with this, we could say 2021 then increased to 20 to 27. Then 2021, what happened? Why then did they go down to 12? 2022, they maintained 12. 2023, they maintained 12. 2024, they also maintained 12. So what happened? And this is why where pivot table comes in. You have to understand. No. So now, unlike this data set we have here already, that is easy junk. Like it's going to be confusing you trying to understand this whole thing, right? Let me reduce it a little again so we could see it from this edge. Let me zoom out a little. So forgive me, it should be tiny, but so we understand this better. I want it to be in a situation where we could see the year at the same time, see the whatever other stuff that I want us to see. So now with this now we could see that different years that it was launched we can't really identify, but now using pivot table, right, we could understand that these people started with 12, increased to 9, 2018 increased to 11, 2020 increased to 27, 2021 why drop down to 12. So with this, I think you should already have different question running through your mind, and this is where Pivot Table will help you answer the question. Then we have Google Phone. Google Phone have within the range of 2019 to 2024, Google Phone produced 21 different models of phone. And now 2019 they produced four different models. 2023, 2021 3, 2022 3, 2023 again, then 2024 5. So now we are going to understand why the increase, decrease, and then it's increased again. Then Honor has a production of 91 rather. 2020, okay, they started from 2020 for their production, and then 2020 they have 12, 2021 20, and then the count goes on and on. IQOO. I don't know if that's the right pronunciation, but Infinix and this Motorola, Nokia. Wow, Nokia 11, 2021 2, 2022 4, 2023 5. Wow. And then the OnePlus 53, Oppo did, I think Oppo is actually the highest, 129 different models of phone. And then they started off with three different models for 2019. And then 2020, they did 18. Wow. 2021, they did 23. 2022, they did 21. 2023 they did 24. 2024 they did 36. Then okay, currently 2025 we just have four, and then the first quarter of the year just passed, so possibly there will still be an increase. So Then Poco did 32, 69. Samsung did 88 from 2016 to 2024. Okay, that's it. Samsung phone has been in production before Apple phone, so we could see that with this we are answering plenty questions at simpler way, and that's the work of pivot tables. So 2026, 2016 rather, Samsung did four. 2017 it did only two different models. 2018 three. 2019 four. 2027 different models. 2021 did two. 2022 20. 23 did 36. 2024 did 10. Sony did 9. Techno did 39. And wow, that means 2024 Techno produced 39 different models. Okay, Vivo, and then this Redmi 27, and then in total we have 930 different models of phone produced between 2016. Remember that previously we thought it was 2019, but previous table have showed us that, oh, it's 2014. Vivo started off 2014, and then Samsung followed up 2016. Apple phone 2017. I think there's another phone that followed up. Okay, Oppo 2019. There's another phone that did yes, Lenovo did 2018. So we could say between 2016 to 2024, that is within 8 years, now than 30 different models of phone was produced and launched in these four countries, right? So now we have different questions to ask and answer with pivot tables. And first, we're going to be answering this question. So first, we're going to be answering what is the total number of mobile phone listed in the data sets. So that you've answered, and that was why you created that table. And this is 930 mobile phone models was produced. So, and then the second one says, how many models are there for each brand? Apple phone specifically. So, with this now, I hope you remember how we got to this. So, with this, we could answer that Apple produced 97 different models of phone. And how did we get this? First, we took in these are the field, remember? So we carried in the different company to rows, and then the counts, that's to say the count of the model phone, we took it to values, and then they are launched here, we dragged it down, and then that's where we could have, if I take this out, now we could say it would just have Apple produced 97, Google produced 21, Honor produced 91, and then the rest. Then the third said, what is the average weight of the mobile phones? So let's answer this. So what's the average weight? So let's go back to data sets. And okay, here is mobile weight. So now we're going to take the mobile weight. So we're going to go up and search for mobile weight here. So this is the mobile weight of the phone. So we are going to take it and drag it to rows. Wow. So for Apple, these are the different mobile weights of the phone. But now it says what is the average of this mobile weight. So, and that's where the calculation comes in. So now answering for the average, we earlier mentioned we're going to answer for the average phone, average model, average weight of mobile phones that was produced. So all we have to do is the mobile weight here. We go to this small pivot table field, choose the mobile weight, and take it down to columns, to value rather, and then on this drop down box, you see value field settings, right? Click on it and then change to average. If you want to add it up, then you could leave it as add, and then okay. We're having this error and it could be from our data sets, but we'll still come back to that. So now we'll just leave this and then answer the next question. We have different questions on average to answer. But first, we want to answer, what is the minimum and maximum launch price in any currency of our choice? So we're going to take our launched price. So we're going to choose launch price. Okay, let's say launch price in China. So the question is we should choose any currency of our choice and then answer the minimum and maximum launch price. So we will take this launch price from China and then we're going to place it on the value area, and then we're going to set the aggregation to minimum and maximum. So click on this drop down box, go to value field settings, and then we'll click on minimum here, and we'll click on OK and zero. So we can see that the minimum launched was at zero price. And then so let's see for the maximum. Max. Okay, we can't be having two zeros at the same time, right? So that means there's something we're not getting right, and then we have to take it back. So okay, this will appear twice here. This launch price China twice. So here is the maximum and here should be the minimum. The minimum. So we're going to show our value as no, okay, show as no calculation, no. We'll change it to, okay, let's say smallest to largest. Oh, there's an error. So we'll still take this back. We are going to remove this and then try other stuffs. We're going to how many models were launched in each year. Wow. So we're going to drag the launched here to the row area, the model name to the value area. So now we could see 2014, there should have been something here in 2014. Okay, yes, I thought as much. So 2014, two different model of phone was launched, and 2016, five, and then the list goes on and on. And then this one said, what's the average launch price for USD for each model name? So we're going to take okay, the model name now is okay, let's take it off and start again. So you could easily unmark or you just drag back to the table fields. So we are going to search for the model name, take to the row area, launch price in USD, that's the USA. We'll place it at values. So let's see if this average is going to work. If it doesn't work, then we'll need to work on our data set. So this convert to average, still same. So we'll work on our data set and then get back to this. So, but before we work on average properly, so let's answer another question that is different from average and see. Okay, it says, are there any trends in launch prices over the years? So, are there any trend? Which model name has the highest average launch price? So, what we are going to do is, okay, which model name has the lowest average launch price? How many models have a back camera and how many have more than 12? Okay, the question says how many models have a back camera of 12 MP and how many have more than 12 MB. So we're going to answer this question. So we'll answer this and then the rest is going to be an assignment, the average. I want us to try and know if we can sort out this error here and the error on average. If we're not able to do it, then we'll solve it. So first, let's answer this. How many models have a back camera of 12 MB and how many have more than 12 MB? So back camera, so what do we do? Back camera roll. Let's see our back camera. So we're going to drag it to the rows area, and then the model area, the model name rather, we'll take it to values, and then it's on count. You have to set it on count, so it's already on count. So we could see now that for the back camera, this is what happened. And then for the front camera, we can just stick back to rows again, and then model name, drag it again down. We could see for front camera, let me go up and we can see this here. So model name count to remember, the second one is for the front camera and this first one is for the back camera, and then these are the different. Okay, let me take this off so it won't be confusing to us. These are the count for the back camera and the model. So for this actual phone, these are what happened here. Let's not get confused. So let's see. Remember the question said okay, now we can say we have two models of phone for back camera, 35 models of phone for back camera, and just this is just the count. And we can also do something on the average. Remember, I'm going to write out the assignment. So the basic thing now is that we've learned how to navigate through pivot tables. So different. I'm going to send add a question to this video on our caption below, so we could use it to answer on this same data set. We are going to use this data set to answer the questions. And yes, if you have any other confusing parts or any other question, please drop in the comment section. Thank you.